Once I went into the hospital, and they did a drug test on me, and they said, "Oh, you're positive for cocaine." I have never done anything like that. Luckily, the psychiatrists that worked with me knew that, so there wasn't a problem. But this is the kind of thing they do to you. They want you back in line. They want you serving your purpose. They don't care if you are beat down, trodden. Maybe they can't use you the same way that they did use you, but they're going to use you to the last. Whether it's trying out some new electronic equipment on you, maybe that's all you're good for. Maybe all you're good for is to see what it takes to break you. Maybe that's what they'll use you for now. They want to break you. See how long it takes. Make a study out of that. My programmer was Joseph Mengele. It was common knowledge in this country, among higher ranks in the military, that Joseph Mengele was going in and out of this country on his own passport. He went from the United States to South America. I saw him at China Lake Naval Weapons out near Ridgecrest, California. That is also very much associated with Area 51. I was utilized at Area 51. What I know about underground bases at this time, specifically Area 51, is that the first 5 levels are more or less associated with the United States government. But down to level 14 is not. It is also associated with a base in South America. And that base is on the perimeter of Paraguay. I had the chance to speak with somebody who doesn't know anything about any of this. I'd say less than a year ago, who had been in the Peruvian army, because it's on the side of Peru also. It's a very large base. And he was in the army, and the governments, all the governments employed their soldiers, their military, to guard the parameters of the base. And what he saw there, what he described to me, were all of the Indians in the area they killed, hanging them upside down, draining fluid out of the spinal column into containers that he was told were this fluid was being used for a creation that was made up of human genetics, but it was also a part machine, like a cyborg. This is what it was being used for. Also talked about things like putting the eyes or certain parts of the eyes of dogs into humans, and then the humans that got this were going crazy. In short, it was genetic manipulation and experimentation. It's the same thing that's going on at Area 51. There is lots of strange phenomena going on at Area 51 that I was witness to. They employ psychics at Area 51. I went to speak at another conference a couple years ago, and I was approached by someone who still contracts with the CIA. And he saw the burn marks on my arm and said to me, "Oh, I see you burned off the Area 51 ID on your arm. Oh, well, there's others besides you. Don't worry, I've seen others. You're not the first and you're not the last. So, if you have that on your arm, that means that you had the training in Russia with the ice water immersion." And when he went on to describe the psychic training, I have not heard anyone talk about the mark on the arm from Area 51. It isn't visible to the naked eye. It's visible in a certain spectrum of light. It marks you as someone that's specifically involved in a certain program there. There are others that have it. I am not the only one. Something else that I was used for, there is an intelligence agency that goes by the name of Janus. The other side or face of Janus is called Sirius. Sirius is made mostly up of military trained psychic assassins. They're watchdogs. Janus is also psychic assassins. I was being contacted to do that, and I happen to remember that, and was able to stop being involved with it. But it took me a while. I had said something to Julianne McKinney about it, and she acknowledged that there is this group. It is a person that heads this group, tries to stay out of the public eye. He is known because he is on the Council of Foreign Relations. The headquarters of this program is in Brussels, Belgium, in the NATO building. They train psychic assassins and sell them to agencies, other agencies. That is what they do. One other thing I want to say, and I will talk about this and write about this another time. I want people to know that it isn't Illuminati that is, well, this group or that group that rules. The Illuminati themselves have a governing body. They are referred to as the Eight, or the Octagon. Those that watch for them are called the Eyes of the Eight. And people generally don't know who they are. But it's a fear-inducing thing again, fear of the unknown. I will be writing about that in detail. But I want people to know there is a ruling body that doesn't stop at the Illuminati. They themselves are governed by this group. They rule the 4 points of the earth and the points in between, according to them. I want people to know that I have hope for this planet, for all that live on this planet and in this solar system and in the galaxy. I really think I had a hard time having hope until I realized